A brasstax presentation. Discretion advised.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, brasstax, baby. You already know. And if you didn't, now you do. Listen, I'm gonna post this today. If it's May 1st that you're watching this, it's my birthday in this bitch. So I want birthday wishes. Your boy getting old. So I woke up feeling like 80 years old. That's what this quarantine life is doing to me. But what can you do? At the time I'm recording this, it's the morning. My girl's coming over in the afternoon. She baked me a chocolate birthday cake. That's love right there. So I'm gonna eat some cake and I'm gonna grab some cake, if you get what I'm saying. Bars. Guys, it's been a crazy week so far, right? I mean, shit. The Last of Us 2 got leaked. Oh my god. I did everything I could to avoid the spoilers, and guess what? I couldn't help myself. I checked the spoilers out. I'm not gonna give any spoilers away. All I'm gonna say is this shit's lame. And it's not a good way to start the day. So before you pre-order this bitch and start to play, just listen to what I have to say. Bars. I'm not giving any spoilers away, but on a serious note, if you loved the first game like I did, and you loved the characters like I did, and you loved playing as the characters like I did, I think that you should watch the spoilers, read on the spoilers, know where the story is going, because this shit is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna read it, you're gonna come back to me and say, you know what, thank you. Save myself $60 in this bitch. God damn, my eyes and this review both have something in common. Bloodshot. So it's been about a month since I gave my review on the movie and the review on the iTunes digital 4K HDR version of Bloodshot. I gave it a seal of approval because it was a gorgeous looking 4K digital transfer. If you guys missed it, I'm gonna leave a link right here so you can catch up to it. Maybe you wanna watch that first and come back to this. So let's get the supplementals out of the way. You got this PG-13, native 4K digital intermediate, HDR10, no Dolby Vision folks. You got the black bars, Dolby Atmos, and it's a 66 gig disc. Now before I post any review on a 4K disc, I take screenshots of some of the scenes and I put them on my Facebook page. So my Facebook page link is in the description and you can check them out over there. And for God's sakes, whilst you're there, maybe drop a like on the Facebook page. God damn. Now iTunes 4K digital movies are usually about 15 to 20 megabits per second. The physical 4K disc is around 3 to 4 times that amount. So as far as bitrate goes, does the difference translate on screen? The answer is yes, it does, but not as much as you may think. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not really going to compare this to the 1080p disc because there is no comparison. The 1080p disc is going to get violated by the digital and physical 4K versions. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's nowhere near close to the 4K. So let's just get the 1080p out the way. Let's just usher that mofo out the building. Okay, you ain't in VIP 1080p, so you better just take your ass home. Now, once again, it's Sony. It's a gorgeous looking transfer, what do you want me to say? Beautiful in close-ups, sharp, detailed, textures on clothing look amazing, razor sharp in some places, not always, but for the most part, razor sharp. You could shave your pubes with that shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. The step up in detail as it relates to the digital is there, you do notice it, but is it a giant upgrade from the iTunes version? It's not really. Physical is what you want if you want to avoid the blurriness and fast-paced action, fast movement, cars racing, pursuits. Physical is the way. There's less blurriness, there's less motion blur in that, you're seeing everything crystal clear. Another advantage to owning the 4K physical copy is that you get an extra layer of depth that the digital seems to miss here and there. Especially in indoor scenes, it seems more pronounced, more three-dimensional. You've got extra 4K-age and extra depage. You get what I'm saying? Not to mention my girl Eiza Gonzalez looked fantastic on digital, but now I see her in the physical, baby. She looks extra tasty, baby. Seen her in 4K, now we need to see her in 8K all day. I should tell her it's my B-day and we could do it like BK and have it my way. Bars. I did state that when watching the digital, there was a scene in a car park. It was a very red scene, red lighting, right? And there was a scene specifically, only once on this TV, where I saw some banding, right? Not present here on the 4K disc. so I don't know what to say to you. Could have been an internet thing, I don't know. So just to confirm, when it comes to visuals, it's a step up from the digital, not a major one, but I think depending on what screen size you have, if you've got like a 75-inch or above, you'll probably notice it a little more than if you had a 65 or a 55. In some cases, depending on what TV you have, the differences could be negligible. The differences usually are in the subtleties, like you've got Vin Diesel walking across the pavement. On the pavement, you're noticing more texture. On buildings, more texture. The differences are more texture-based, fabric-based, pore-based, wrinkle-based, but it's slight. But as I've already reported, Eiza Gonzalez looks best in both. Okay, no pores on her. But hey, you want to know what the HDR is like? So you're Vin Diesel, you're Bloodshot, and you're chilling with Eiza Gonzalez after all of this action has kicked off, right? You've done your job, you've survived. You guys are having a great time together, right? And she's got a twinkle in her eye looking at you in the cafe and she's saying, you know what? Let's just go back to my place and celebrate. We almost died, we made it. Let's just enjoy life. And you're Vin Diesel and that's Eiza Gonzalez, so you're like, you know what, you 100% right, let's go back and celebrate. You go back to her place, she makes you sit on the couch, she's going to the bathroom to freshen up. And out she comes, looking like Santa Monica from dusk till dawn, doing the snake dance for you. And that's for starters. That's what the HDR is like. Just like the digital, this is a very bright and vibrant presentation. Colors just pop off the screen. Explosions, fire, sunlight will have you reaching for your sunglasses. Brights are very bright, blinding in fact, and darks are inky black. I didn't see any black crush, I saw detail in the black levels that you just didn't notice on the 1080p for sure. And the nighttime city shots are demo quality material, people. Banding usually occurs when there's a solid or perhaps gradient color on screen, and there is a lot of that in this movie, and I didn't see any issues of banding whatsoever, so hopefully you guys should be fine. There was some on the digital version, but you're good here. This is one of those movies that seems to be using all of the 100% wider color volume on your TV. God damn, the colors are astonishing here. It really is showing tons of gradient, lots of nuance and subtle colors, primary colors really stand out, and you're seeing different shades. I mean, there's a scene where Vin Diesel is talking to Guy Pearce, and they're at there's a lot of stalls behind them with all these colorful vegetables and whatnot. You're seeing every color on that bitch. It looks like a rainbow. Now, in terms of this versus the digital, in terms of HDR, I think this pops a little bit more because I think you've got the added depth, you've got the added detail combined with the wider color in the HDR. It's gonna pop more. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a night and day difference, but it absolutely was noticeable. It did pop more, especially in the nighttime shots. Now, if you're sitting with your girlfriend, I mean, I'm gonna put it this way. Vin Diesel's gonna do it for her. Eiza's gonna do it for me. And if that's not enough, you got the detail. Now, if the detail's not enough, you got the HDR. And if that's not enough, you know what? You tell your girl to sit on the woofer and see what happens. Now, if she already sat on the woofer with the digital version of this movie, she may be reluctant to go back because it's going to be that old, chubby ex for her that she really doesn't want to see again. But what she doesn't realize is in her absence, he's been at the gym working out. He's gone buff in this bitch. So she straddles the woofer expecting a 5.1. She gets a Dolby Atmos, and guess what? She may go back to the ex after this all said and done because the Atmos blows the 5.1 right out of the water, and she's gonna love it. Now, this isn't a reference Atmos mix, but I will say this, it's impressive. There's a scene where Vin Diesel's getting chased through the alleyway and he's being pursued by these two juggernauts, absolute crazy mofos, right? And they're bouncing off the walls and everything, and you're hearing shit on the left, right, up above and down below. You're hearing sound, clutter, debris, explosions from all angles. Not all the time, but when the action goes up a notch. Now, in dialogue, in normal scenes where there's not a lot going on, you're gonna get that surround sound that you're pretty much accustomed to. But when things turn up, Atmos does flex its muscles. You're not gonna get a tremendous amount of overhead, but you will appreciate it when it does happen. Great bass on this, which your girl's gonna love, because at this point she's still on the woofer, she's vibrating. Nice, clear dialogue. When the music kicks in, you're gonna hear it. All action scenes have the impact that you would expect from an Atmos experience. It's a wider soundstage at work here. You're hearing things behind you, on the sides of you, and at the front channels. You're hearing overhead too, not as pronounced, but you will appreciate this. your girl's gonna have a fantastic time on the woofer. You may need to finish what the bass started, but I don't think you'd complain. And there we have it, people. There's my review on Bloodshot. I gave the digital a seal of approval. I'm also giving this a seal of approval, but a lot of you are gonna watch it and say that it's a reference quality transfer. The only reason I'm not giving it that is because some of the scenes just fall a tad short here and there. But apart from that, it is the best way to watch this movie. It's the most detailed, and the sound just blows the digital 5.1 right out of the water. Okay, it's the best way to watch this. Is it a huge step up picture quality wise? No, but it is noticeable. And here we are, people. If you want to support the channel, I've got a Patreon and a PayPal me. You know, it's my birthday, give me something. Shit. And I'm only playing. And I'm gonna leave an Amazon link for this. In case you guys want to pick it up, costs you nothing, but Amazon send a little kickback for your boy. Alright guys, you take care, you be safe, stay indoors. 4K Rockstar. You already know.